Started. Thank you so much for coming today. I just really want to take a moment and thank everybody for coming, for supporting HopeNet, and for all your donations. It's amazing. If you would like to write a check, it's to Hope-Net. And there's donations outside. As you know, blankets, pillows, everything that you're sitting on here is going to be donated after the show. And just really grateful. You know, it feels like the homeless are just increasing in our city, and every time I drive around, I feel like, what can I do? What can I do? So this is just something small that I can do, and it's just a joy to be here tonight and share my creativity with you. I'm Amy. If I don't know you, I think I know everybody here. Let's see, I want to thank the show is about 2 hours with a 10-minute intermission, so we're going to break it about an hour. I want to thank my husband. I could not do this without my gorgeous bride in the back. Thank you. And I want to thank my two girls, Maggie and Charlotte, who are here tonight. Out there giving out wine and food. I want to thank Kathy, who has given me so much on my journey. Thank you for being here tonight, Kathy. I want to thank LJ, my action buddy, who has encouraged me to be creative. Thank you. And I want to thank Rosalie, I have two mentors here tonight, Rosalie and Susan. I want to thank you both. So much. And I want to thank Kate for encouraging me to find my creativity again, even though I'm a mom, and even though I work. Thank you, Kate. Lastly, I want to thank Mount Hollywood. They are all here tonight, and thank you because I started doing this a year ago. 10 minutes of this a fundraiser for Mount Hollywood Congregational Church. And we also work with HopeNet. Thank you to Bill Brown, who is the owner of Hyperion Arts Complex. Thank you. And thank you to everyone here tonight who's contributed to something in this show and just for being my wonderful support system. There are 3 bathrooms next door. We are going to film this, so I can send you the video later. The songs are written by Dar Williams, one of my favorites from Massachusetts, and also Cat Stevens, whose all his music was a spiritual journey to find his higher power, and in the end, when he found it, he actually stopped his music career, and he stayed in his spiritual life, and his music only served that purpose. So he's somebody that I've always loved and admired. And also by the Weepies, and Deb Talon, she's the aunt of one of my students who underwent a serious surgery, and so she's a very special artist to me as well. So that's the music. The characters, Pearl Per Child came out of my struggle to be independent, but also to have a relationship with a man, and so you'll see some struggle in there and some resolution. And the second character is Bubbles, Bubble therapist. And that is somebody that I created out of my desire to follow my dreams and goals, but to detach from them as I was doing the footwork. So I hope you enjoy this work in progress. Because I'm a working mom, I committed a year ago to spend 15 minutes a week working on this. And I said, I think I can do something in 15 minutes a week. So this is what came out. And enjoy. I hope you have fun. Called The Babysitter. If you ever had a favorite babysitter, you might relate to this song. Well, tonight was just great. She taught us the sign for peace. She's made us some popcorn, we've turned out the lights, and we're watching movies I don't understand, and she tries to explain how a spaceship is riding through somebody's brain, and there's blood and guts. Oh. we've ever had. She sits on her hair and she's tall as my dad. And she tie-dyed my shirt and she pierced her own ear. And it's peace, man, cool. Hey, the babysitter is here. Well, her boyfriend is Tom, but we call him the king of romance. He wears an American flag on the butt of his ripped up pants. And will they get married with kids of their own? He says, not if she's going to college, we won't. And he kisses her, oh. She's the best one that we've ever had. She sits on her hair and she's tall as my dad. And she got mad at dinner when Tom drank a beer. But peace, man, cool. Hey, the babysitter is here. And we all went to see her go dance at the high school. We made her a big card and she told us that she'd be the unicorn wearing the pink leotard. And there she was leaping up just like she said, with a sparkling horn coming out of her head. And she's, oh, oh. I can't wait to give her the card. I can't wait to give her the card. But it's Saturday night, I can't sleep, and we're watching the news. She says, do me a favor, don't go with a guy who would make you choose. And I don't understand, and she tries to explain, and all this mascara runs down in her pain, 'cause she's leaving me, oh. You're the best one that we've ever had. You sit on your hair, and you're tall as my dad. And I'll make you a picture for college next year. So hush now, peace, man, the babysitter is here. The best babysitter is here. Well, I'm a music teacher. Not sure what I was thinking when I took that job. When we got out of grad school, my friends were getting hired by big corporations and they were getting these $5,000 signing bonuses. I went down to sign with LAUSD and they were like, well, we give you free group therapy for teachers once a month, free LAUSD t-shirt, and if you sign here now, we'll throw in a free Subway gift card for your half-hour lunch. I'm like, woo! Where do I sign? But you know, teachers really make the most in personal satisfaction. They say that's where the real pay is. So I figured, hey, I must be rich. I make about $4.49 an hour when you average it all out. But hey, that's okay. I figure this is about personal satisfaction. 3 p.m. Sunday, making a behavior chart. Personal nirvana. 5 p.m. Sunday, grading music papers. I'm in heaven. 6 p.m. Sunday, rewriting song lyrics for a kindergarten show. I've discovered the meaning of life! Now, when you get to know kids, though, you really cannot assume that they already know anything. For example, I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the Republic for Richard Sands, one nation, under God, invisible, with liver, cheese, and bus tickets for all. Now in teaching, we have a lot of shortages. For example, when I first started, there was a shortage of teachers. Hi, I just got my degree from the Learning Annex. In what? Scarf tying? Great, can you demo a lesson? Oh, sure. Here's the side flip, and here's the loop. Great. You're the calculus teacher. When can we start? Now, there's always also a shortage of supplies. So there's this one teacher we used to call the hoarder. She's really nice, but you know if you meet her in the supply closet, there's going to be a showdown. Hey, are those the felt tip markers? Drop. For 5th grade. puberty. It says sometimes you're there when it happens. Before puberty. Yes, Miss Lily. During puberty. Yeah, okay. Maybe. After puberty. Hey, looking good this year. This is a song for the teenagers. When I grew up, well, it felt great. I watched how others took their fate. Some felt afraid and undefended, so they got mean. And they pretended what they knew made them a lot more than you. I'm sure you know there's lots to learn. That's not your fault, that's just your turn. Yeah, teenagers kick our butts. Tell us what the future will bring. Teenagers, look at us. We have not solved everything. We drink and smoke to numb our pain. We read junk novels on the plane. We use authority for show, so we can be a little smarter. We still can grow, and many do. It's when we stop, we can't reach you. We feel the loss, you feel the blame. We're scared to lose, don't be the same. Hey, teenagers, kick our butts. Tell us what the future will bring. Teenagers, look at us. We have not solved everything. The hometown brought its hero in to speak at the high school gym. He took a breath, he took a chance. He stood up in his leather pants and said, "Gee, thanks, but I'm here today because I fought for what I felt and what I thought. They put me down, they were just wrong, and now it's they who don't belong." Oh, teenagers, kick our butts. Tell us what the future will bring. Teenagers, look at us. We have not solved everything. And when the media tries to act your age, don't be seduced, they're full of rage. Find your voice, do what it takes. Make sure you make lots of mistakes. See the future that redeems. Give them hell, give them dreams. And grow and grow and grow. And someday, when some teenagers come to kick your butts, well then, like I do, try to learn. Kick our butts, oh laugh. Kick our butts, oh love. Kick our butts. One of the things I love most about teaching is that in Los Angeles, you're always in a multicultural classroom. Always. The only challenging part about that is to build classroom community. Sometimes you feel like you need to celebrate every ethnic holiday. Okay, friends, I can see here from my I like to teach the world to sing calendar that today is Rocky Mahia Ahahi Day. So for all of you from the Shawahibwe tribe, I would like to wish you a very happy Rocky Mahia Ahahi. I learned this dance on YouTube, so I'm going to try it. Please do it with me. Ready? Shalibe, shalibe, che, che, wa. Okay, happy day. And of course, teaching in 2018 is all about gender equity. See Dick run. See Jane not run after Dick because she is not emotionally or financially dependent on Dick anymore. Teaching in LAUSD, of course, there are all these acronyms. so tired of learning all these acronyms that you're finally just like, okay, LAUSD. Take your GDELD book down to the PO, UPS it to LAUSD PDQ, because it's full of totally effing BS. And of course, teaching nowadays is all about technology. You've got, on the bright side, kids do know everything about it. They can navigate it with no problem, and it's intuitive. They were born and raised in it. But the downside is kids have a 3-second attention span. So you gotta teach fast, you gotta teach hip, and you better have visuals. Hey there, kids, take a look up here at me. Gonna tell you a story about the ABCs. Take a look at the screen where you see the flashing letter. It's gonna help you spell a little better. Sing it. A-E-I-O-U. That's the vowels. They help you to spell.
I grew up in Rhode Island and in a small town. So this song is called Iowa, but it's really about me growing up in Rhode Island and seeing a lot of happy people, but also what I thought were people kind of settling and maybe not going out and seeing the world.
I've never had a way with women, but the hills of Iowa make me wish that I could. And I've never found a way to say I love you, but if the chance came by, oh, I would. But way back where I come from, we never mean to bother. We don't like to make our passions other people's concern. And we walk in the world of safe people. And at night we walk into our houses and burn. Iowa, oh, Iowa, oh, 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 Iowa, Iowa, oh, oh, Iowa, oh, 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 Iowa. How I long to fall just a little bit, to dance out of the lines and stray from the light. But I fear that to fall in love with you is to fall from a great and gruesome height. So I asked a friend about it on a bad day. Her husband had just left her. She sat down on the chair he'd left behind. She said, "What is love? Where did it get me? Whoever thought of love is no friend of mine." Oh, Iowa, oh, Iowa, oh, 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 Iowa. Once I had everything, I gave it up for the shoulder of a driveway and the words I've never felt. So for you I came this far, across the tracks, 10 miles above the limit and with no seatbelt, and I'd do it again. For tonight I went running through the screen doors of discretion, and I woke up from a nightmare that I could not stand to see. You were wandering out on the hills of Iowa, and you were not thinking of me. Iowa, 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 oh, 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 Iowa.
first-year class. I do not say freshman class, because that would denigrate the female. Now, gender and society. We have a long waiting list, so if you're in the wrong place, exit now. And if you're a brown-nosing football frat boy trying to get by with a gut course, think again, hotshots. You'll be challenged here, and no one gets a free pass through herstory. Now, first of all, my name is Ms. Not Miss, not Mrs. And please do not assume that just because I'm a feminist, I am a lesbian, because that would be banal. Look it up. Now, it's not Mrs. Even if I were married, I would not take on the form of Mrs. because even then, it would place my husband in a superior position etymologically. Look it up. Now, words are very important, ladies and gentlemen of the first year class. My name is Ms. Pearl Her Child. This may seem an odd name to some of you, but my given name, Marianne Pearlman, was clearly sexist resident. I'm not a man, and so I decided to change my name to Pearl Person. This is more inclusive of men and women, or so I thought, until I began to examine the word person. Son again. The very word person was nothing more than a sexist ploy to keep women in the home, submissive and subservient for another 2,000 years. And so, I then restored my name to its true essence, Pearl Her Child. My name now does not exploit women or children, does not glorify male domination. Rather, it speaks of peace and of a oneness with the self and with the world, of the true goals of higher education, and all that I represent, equality and justice for all. Homework for this week. Read and highlight Chapter 1 of our text. You will see how early man feared and hated, yet admired and desired women's greatest gift, childbearing, and used it against her through the Middle Ages and into the rise of Christianity up to this very day. Please, ladies and gentlemen, be on the lookout for words that continue to oppress, deny, objectify, and exploit women. It is misogyny in its most discreet and insidious form. Now, please, you don't know this word. Look it up. People. Now, if you attend a religious service this week, please do not sing a hymn, sing a her. Don't say amen, say are we. And never, never, above all, greet a mixed gender group of your classmates with the words hi guys or hey man. You must begin to see how this trivializes women's roles in society and only reinforces the dominating and oppressive position which men have held for centuries and will continue to hold if we do not make changes now. Now, do something about it. Go in peace, go in intelligence, go in liberty and equality. Together we can change the world. One word at a time.
This song is for my friends who give me faith. He's a quiet man, that's all she said. And he's a thoughtful man, it's just he likes to keep his thoughts up in his head. And so we finally meet. She tries to draw him out a bit. She says, he's writing something. Hey now, why don't you talk about it? And he doesn't make a sound. He's just staring at his coffee, and there's all this greatness and this beauty she'll defend. But I think it's in my friend. I have a friend and a bride in distant town. She's found a common balance, where you do your work and you do your love, and they pay you and praise your many talents. Well, I'm passing through and we know we won't sleep. She laughs, puts up the tea. She says, you know, I think you remember every part of me. And the water starts to boil, and if I had a camera showing all the light we give and showing where the light extends, I'd give it to my friends. Sometimes I see myself fine, sometimes I need a witness. And I like the whole truth, but there are nights I only need forgiveness. Sometimes they say, I don't know who you are, but let me walk with you some. And I say, I am alone, that's all. You can't save me from all the wrong I've done. But they're waiting just the same, with their flashlights and their semaphores, and I act like I have faith, and like that faith never ends. But I really just have friends.
I want to thank my two friends that are here tonight also, Brooke, who helped me set up, and Lauren, the godmothers, two godmothers of my children. Thank you for me. In high school, back in Rhode Island, in our small town, I was blonde. My friend Mike nicknamed me Bubbles the Perfectionist, due to my overachieving nature, combined with a certain flakiness that always eventually emerged. And he said that that was due to my blondness, and it was bubbling just below the surface, no matter how serious I tried to be. Now looking back, I realize the name truly does represent me. In fact, it's a metaphor for really any artist. We have to be so on top of everything, business-wise, and yet at our hearts we're really just these creative free spirits. So I made a point to try to keep both sides of myself alive and well. The artist part of me for my own joy, for my children, for my teaching, for my students, and then the detail-oriented part of me, the taskmaster, dotting the I's and crossing the T's, for my family finances and for my business and for our household chores. So things run smoothly. And yet, in everyone's life, there are always times when the train runs off the track. My friend Mike, who named me Bubbles the Perfectionist, was my best friend Michelle's boyfriend, and we all cared about him a lot. Our whole group of friends just loved him. He was hilarious, talented, smart, high-achieving, and he had made something of his life, coming from a blue-collar family with multiple children. So when we got the news in college that Mike had fallen off the cliffs in Newport to his death, we were shocked. We couldn't believe it. It was over by the mansions in Newport, Rhode Island, and first, we found it hard to believe losing a friend so young. Secondly, that he could have just fallen. And third, that if he had been depressed or suicidal, that maybe that's what it was, that why none of us knew about it. I spent a lot of time and energy back then trying to figure it out. But now, many years later, I'm willing to let the cause of Mike's death just remain a mystery. And one of those mysteries that I'll never solve. I will never forget the open casket. His family was Catholic, and so that was the tradition. And all of us just were walking up to see good old Mike. And then we actually saw him, and he had makeup on, his hair was all weirdly combed over and slicked the way that he never would have worn it. some crazy blue polyester suit. It was just so wrong on so many levels. And even though it took me many years after that to actually grow up, in that moment, I knew at age 21, I would never really be the same again.
This is a song about therapy. I don't go to therapy to find out if I'm a freak. I go and I find the one and only answer every week, and it's just me and all the memories that follow down any course that falls within a 50-minute hour, and we fathom all the mysteries, explicit and inherent. And when I hit a rut, she says, try the other parent. And she's so kind. I think she wants to tell me something, but she says that it's much better if I get it for myself. And she says, ooh, ah, what do you hear in these sounds? And ooh, ah, what do you hear in these sounds? I say I hear a doubt with the voice of true believing, and the promises to stay, and the footsteps that are leaving. And she says, oh. I say, what? She says, exactly. I say, what? You think I'm angry? Does that mean you think I'm angry? She says, look, you've come here every week with jigsaw pieces of your past, and it's all on little sound bites and voices out of photographs, and that's all yours. That's the guide, that's the map. So tell me, where does the arrow point to? Who invented roses? And ooh, what do you hear in these sounds? And ooh, what do you hear in these sounds? And when I talk about therapy, I know what people think, that it only makes you selfish and in love with your shrink. But oh, how I love everybody else when I finally got to talk so much about myself. And I wake up and I ask myself what state I'm in, and I say, well, I'm lucky, because I am like East Berlin. I had this wall, and all I knew of the free world was that I could see their fireworks, and I could hear their radio, and I thought that if we met, I would only start confessing, and they'd know that I was scared. They would know that I was guessing. But the wall came down, and there they stood before me, with their stumbling and their mumbling and their calling out just like me. And ooh, the stories that nobody hears. And I collect these sounds in my ears. And ooh, that's what I hear in these sounds. And ooh, that's what I hear in these. That's what I hear in these sounds.
mean, where am I? I'm in my van doing my podcast. I'm on in 2 minutes, recording live, Rainbow. How many times in 1 week are you going to double book me? Christian family picnic? Really? Do they have a later spot? Well, I really can't see myself getting many clients there, but they're progressive Christians? What's that? Okay, I gotta go. I'm on. All right, Rain, whatever. This better be the last time. Tranquility. Hi, welcome to Bubble Talk. Live podcast on KCRT Radio Silver Lake, where you can put it in a bubble and stay out of trouble. This is Anna, the bubble therapist, recording live before a studio audience. Now, let's see. Today, our topic is feeling bubbly. Whether it's soaking in a hot bubble bath or sipping a glass of pink champagne, but feeling bubbly is more than that, isn't it? My fans know it's an inside feeling. It's about picturing your dreams and goals inside a pink bubble, releasing them into the universe. My bubble therapy teachings have helped people from Los Feliz to Northridge to overcome their fears and achieve their dreams and goals. Together as a fan base via my interactive website, where you can join for just $9.99 a month to receive my inspiring daily meditations, share testimonials, and chat in our chat room, or post a share in our blog for no extra fee, and alone also in our own homes, one day at a time. Now, it's time that I hear from you, our Bubble Talk listeners. Caller number 1 is on the line. Hello, you beautiful human. What is your name? Linda Martinez. Hi, Linda. Welcome to our show. We are thrilled to have you today. What is your dream or goal? Please share. It can be anything at all, old or new, big or small. Well, really, I want to be a shepherdess, but only locally. And I'm not crazy about green grass or open meadows or countries. Okay, well, this may be a little challenging, but let's roll with it. Should I get up my list? I have about 10 other ideas. I'm not quite as passionate about it. It's okay, Linda. It's okay. We'll work with it. Now, I want you to picture your sad, sick, twisted, depressing life inside a pink bubble, okay? Now, picture it floating away over the roofs of the tallest buildings in LA, out across the ocean. Got it? Okay, good. Now, imagine a dream or goal to be a local shepherdess. All right? That's right. That's right. Okay, so you may think you need to hold on to your dream or goal. For example, when I first met that a-hole Justin, my dream or goal was to own a beautiful house in Malibu, but, well, Linda, I was not yet introduced to the wisdom of bubble therapy, so I clutched my dream too tight. But now my daughter Karen and I live in our van in Topanga Canyon, which is really kind of near Malibu, so not really. Anyway, that's beside the point. Take your dream or goal and picture it so clearly you can almost taste it. Are you imagining it? Oh yeah, I can see my staff and my cloak and my little sheep and lambs. Okay, good. Now put that into a pink bubble and send it off into the universe. Now this bubble though is going to go high up over the clouds and touch the stars. And you don't have any control over how high it flies. Just let it go, let it go. Okay, I'm letting it go. I'm really letting it go. Excellent, you did it, Linda. Now, I ask you, are you feeling bubbly? Well, yes, Anna, thank you so much. I feel so different. I feel so much lighter. Of course you do. Now, fans, stay with us. We're going to take a short break, and we want to hear from one of you and from one of our sponsors. My half-sister, Renee, roller skating cleaning service professional. She cleans your house fast and on her roller skates. She does it in half the time it makes to order, and she makes it so squeaky clean. Your house will feel like it just took a bath. Now,
If you have to leave us now, go out there and have a bubbly day. Tranquility. The local shepherd. Oh, what a hero.
This is called When I Was a Boy, and it's about some of the roles we play as a man or a woman. I won't forget when Peter Pan came to my house, took my hand. I said I was a boy. I'm glad he didn't check. I learned to fly, I learned to fight, lived a whole life in one night. We saved each other's lives out on the pirate deck. And I remember that night when we're leaving a late night with some friends, and I hear somebody tell me it's not safe, someone should help me. I need to find a nice man to walk me home. When I was a boy, I scared the pants off of my mom, climbed what I could climb upon. And I don't know how I survived. I guess I knew the tricks that all boys knew. And you can walk me home, but I was a boy too. I was a boy that you would like, just a small boy on her bike, riding topless, yeah, I never cared who saw. My neighbor came outside to say, "Get your shirt." I said, "No way, it's the last time, I'm not breaking any law." And now I'm in this clothing store, and the signs say less is more. More that's tight means more to see, more for them, not more for me. That can't help me climb a tree and send 10 seconds flat. When I was a boy, see that picture, that was me, grass-stained shirt and dusty knees. And I know things have got to change. They got pills to sell, they got implants to put in, they got implants to remove. But I am not forgetting that I was a boy too. And like the woods where I would creep, it's a secret I can keep, except when I'm tired, except when I'm feeling caught off guard. Had a lonesome, awful day. Conversation finds its way to catching fireflies out in the backyard. And so I tell the man I'm with about the other life I lived, and I say, now you're Top Gun. I have lost and you have won. He says, oh no, don't you see? When I was a girl, my mom and I, we always talked, and I picked flowers everywhere that I walked. And I could always cry. Now even when I'm alone, I seldom do. And you were just like me, and I was just like you.
son Elizabeth. Elizabeth, are you the son of John? I didn't think so. So you're no one's son. Right. Well, have you ever considered changing your name? Your loss. Moving on. Okay. Lieberman, Rachel. So you're a free man, Rachel? Oh, you're not a man? Well, did you know that liber is derived from the Latin root? Liber meaning free? And if you were truly free, Rachel, you would be thinking for yourself and not be brainwashed by your patriarchal forebears. Do not remain bound by such societal constraints, Rachel. You are a hostage. Put your money where your mouth is. Go down to the county courthouse, change your name. Well, Rachel, your grade in this class will be seriously affected by your apathy. Moving on. Does anyone in this class have a name that does not offend? Let's see. Rothschild Richard. Now there's a name of which we can all be proud. Richard, your father's father was probably the son of Roth. What a wonderfully inclusive way to make room for both future sons and daughters by calling them Rothschild. See, Richard, you are a welcome member of this class. Now, thank you for being here with us today. Thank you for being such a fine example of gender equality. We are honored. Yes, thank you, Mr. Rothschild. My reputation in the Women's Studies Department does precede me, and I trust this course will be all for which you are hoping. Well, thank you, Mr. Rothschild. And now, class, please turn in your text to Chapter 5, Alternatives to Patriarchy. Can anyone make a prediction as to what some of these alternatives might be? No one? Mr. Rothschild? All right. Absolutely correct. Matriarchies did exist in pre-Judeo-Christian societies. Well done, Mr. Rothschild, well done. And this exact matriarchal structure will serve as the basis for our study of the rise of patriarchy and the formation of the feminist movement in the Western world. We will start to see how women how woman began to develop her own oh my. Well, we will see how women, yes. Okay, oh my, oh no. Young scholars, be gone. I have no need of you anymore. The world has need of you. Now, thank you and goodbye. Thank you, Mr. Rothschild. I didn't realize you were still here. You may go on.
It's not now or never. It's not black. It's not white. Anything worth anything takes more than a few days and a long, long night. Don't push so hard against the world. No, no, can't do it all alone. Would you really want to, even though you're a big, strong girl? Come on, lay it down. come on, lay it down. The best made plans are your open hands. Rest your head. You got 2 pillows to choose from in a queen-size bed. Hold on to the moon. Don't expect connection anytime soon. Feel the light caress your fingertips. You have just begun. The world has only left your lips. Maybe in time you will find your arms are wrapped around the sun. Don't push so hard against the world. No, no, can't do it all alone. If you could, would you really want to? Even though you're a big, strong girl. Come on, lay it down. The best made plans are your open hands.
I've always been an overachiever, ever since I can remember. So when I was diagnosed last year with high blood pressure, I was told by my doctor I needed to go on medication. Even though I didn't meet a lot of the other criteria, I still felt that on a spiritual level this diagnosis made sense. I had pushed myself very hard for a long time. I performed all over LA, used adrenaline to produce results long after the initial signs of fatigue set in. And I was driving all over LA in traffic, auditioning, performing, and teaching, and often late or in a hurry. So that recipe would make anybody's blood pressure go up. About 6 months ago, I basically hit bottom with this, and I surrendered to doing life differently. I asked the one person I knew who had a connection to natural medicine if she could help me, and she could. So I began meditating twice a day, and I felt a calmness regimen set in. I exercised a little more gently. I started hiking barefoot, and I began drinking hawthorn and hibiscus tea, and taking maca and many other roots and herbs to stay calm. So I did surrender to a very low dose of Western medicine, but I also gave up caffeine and sugar and dairy and wheat and a lot of things. And okay, I switched to half calf. So now I try to leave the house a little earlier, and I try to even carpool with my husband. Sometimes I'm there 2 or 3 hours early, but it's awesome. We get to ride together, and this is a treat that we both enjoy. We started to go to bed earlier, turn off the screens, and just turn off the notifications on my phone. And what a difference these tiny changes have made. I feel better now than I ever have, and I am so grateful for the support in this room and the ability to make these adjustments. But it wasn't easy for me. My homeopath suggested that I meditate 20 minutes a day in the dirt, and what if thoughts started to come in. And so she gave me the idea of listening to guided meditations on my Bluetooth, and it would get me out of my own head. Cool, I said, like a true Angelina. Can I do it while I'm driving? No. So she said, no, very gently, you kind of have to have your eyes closed. So I started changing my actions. My daughter, who's 13, said to me, Mom, I just want you to get better. I'm always sick. You know, it was true. I always had a little headache or a stomach ache or something. And so I was just taking Dayquil to get through the day or taking my inhaler. What I did not expect was the amazing gift, the gift in ugly wrapping paper that I had through this, the silver lining, the rainbow after the rainbow. Not knowing what was driving up the blood pressure, I decided to go off all my other medications, anything like from the inhalers, ibuprofen, Claritin, Metamucil, these things I took regularly. And then I had the opportunity to see what it was like to not have all those issues. And I felt less anxious, more relaxed, less tight. The real gift for me was in the total awareness and rebirth that I felt from applying tools such as meditation and deep abdominal breathing and mindfulness in my daily life. I started to feel like I could actually have what I really wanted in life. Like I deserved a place on this planet, and I didn't need to fight for it. to fight for the right to breathe and the air around me like the other humans. What had seemed to me like a terrible thing at first suddenly became the best thing that could have happened. Old and new desires began to bubble up into my consciousness, like spending more time with my husband and my children, and wanting to have more downtime when I wasn't working or parenting, reading and craving more quiet, more connection to nature, more time to myself, more space away from computers and screens, and paying more attention to my body. It occurred to me that this diagnosis paralleled another in my life when I happened to lose my voice, and I went to an ENT, and she said, "You're taking care of everybody but yourself," as a medical doctor. So she was spot on. My spiritual issues had become my physical issues. The ENT put me on vocal rest for 2 weeks and then referred me to a vocal therapist. I used my whiteboard to communicate for a month, and slowly, with the amazing help of these therapists, I regained my strength in my vocal cords. I asked her, "How long will it take?" Thinking, oh my gosh, 2 months is going to be too long. She said, "Probably a year or two for full recovery." The slow, boring route. The route I had always avoided was calling to me now years ago. Little by little, my vocal cords healed, and now I speak and sing very differently. I am grateful that the injury is not permanent, and that I have guides and angels along the way. I was led to them just like I have been led to my homeopath, and my blood pressure is great. So I asked my homeopath, "Well, it's like taking care of my health is a full-time job." She's like, "Yeah." Just like the sequoia trees who live such long lives because of the natural forest fires in their woodlands, I had allowed for a burnout, a breakthrough, a breakdown, and sequoias are able to grow strong and tall. After the fire, they've cleared away all the toxins. They've come through the fire to the other side, and they stand tall in their own beauty, able to thrive.
Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be. You know that there are. And if you want to live high, live high. And if you want to live low, live low. There's a million ways to go. You know that there are. You can do what you want. The opportunity's on. And if you find a new way, you can do it today. You can make it all true, and you can make it undo. You see, it's easy. You only need to know that if you want to say yes, say yes. And if you want to say no, say no. 'Cause there's a million ways to go. You know that there are. You can do what you want. The opportunity's on. And if you find a new way, you can do it today. You can make it all true. You can make it undo. You see, it's easy. You only need to know. Well, if you want to be you, be you. And if you want to be me, be me. 'Cause there's a million things to be. You know that there are. 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 You know that there are.
They're co-teaching. Well, we all know that a man cannot possibly teach at this level of the course without actually being a woman. My department strangely did not recognize that fact, so I'm forced to do something very unnatural in order to remain gracious to the process and maintain my tenure here. So be it. Nonetheless, we can all agree that I will be taking the lead from here. What? What does that you say, Monsieur Libre? Well, no, I have not taught the class, nor any class before, but certainly I have enough prior knowledge as head of the department for 19 years, and I resolutely maintain that... What? Well, okay. Then why don't you? Vas-y. Me? Well, yes, I agree, of course. It must be said that I agree with you on that basic point, but... Well, yes, certainly. Well, actually, yes. Okay. Monsieur Lee, you do know a few facts. A few! But, well, I guess it must be known that when it comes to the nitty-gritty of this course, I have doubts as to the breadth of your knowledge and your ability to share the floor equally with me. However, I am a scholar, and in all fairness, I will give you a chance. Tomorrow, you may start the lecture, I will listen. At the half-hour mark, I will take over and you will listen. Give and take? Then I'm not capable of that. You will dominate like all the other men, and I will have to fight for my voice to be heard. What? You say you want to share? How? How can men do that? Wait, just a moment. You want to overlap, you say? Just a second, this is radical. Okay, you say you want to let it flow? Okay, just a moment. Wait, you are a man, right? From planet Earth? Okay, tomorrow then, you're on. This I gotta see. All right, now we're going to take a 10-minute intermission, so please get some refreshments, enjoy yourself, and good night.
So you all to do it. I'm like,
Really? It
Oh my God. Parents, yeah, it's too. He actually reminded me of one of my students who is now living in Victoria. I saw her. She looks like we all do, right? Although more money, more problems.
I know, I heard.
Today, you know, it's
I'm sorry.
right.
I'm like, you know what, no matter what I do, I feel like, but yeah, they were really, you go and you had reservations for it.
Oh, yeah. And yours is very little. But yeah, ceilings are really beautiful.
I wish we had gone in. We didn't make it. We were on a cruise, and so they left us Alaska. So I was joking all the time. I'm like, it's the best time to go to Alaska. I was like, I'm staying on this cruise. I was like, you guys chat, I don't know what I'm going to do. Work out on a cruise.
Right. Oh my God.
But I love Victoria. I love Canada.
I know when we I have a friend, a very good friend. I met him in England a little bit. We went to Facebook. And when it was all happening, I was like, you know what? And he's like, come up here, I'm gonna marry you. And I'm getting here. And I mean, there are times he was like, I mean, he really I think
Well, that was good thing. That's stopping us. So, you know, they're rarely married to so their kids are all kinds of you were almost like native or something. And so we did something the way we and it's cool that we're not comfortable. Yeah. You know, it's fun.
it's so good.
You get to work with her so much.
I know.
Ellie teaches.
Yeah.
we were just chit-chatting about
No, but you know what? I always knew because she's such a good director. She'll like model what to do. I'm like, she's really good, you guys.
Yeah. She does better when she does original. I think than when she does somebody else's work. Should I give this to you?
oh, did you want to count it with me?
It's about 190. Not exactly. And now it's
Intermission is over.
It's so strange. For their candidates.
oh,
So maybe give me a list, and through our suppliers, we can get things cheaper.
Yeah, you're right.
shall we ask her?
Excuse me for a second. Yes, but here's what I so it will be
Is that, yeah, the one that we already did, yeah. Yeah.
it's for John.
It was Yeah, it's up. It's so funny. Yeah, no, it's not cheap. I'm just like, have a bad day. Oh, yeah, you can tell me. That sounds like a good fucking Tuesday. Great. Did you know she sounds like a good life? I think sometimes, we don't give ourselves enough credit. And you'll take time to do that. I love it. Oh, really? That's so funny. My friend is like, she's like, I don't care about one of those things and not the other thing. Dr. Rader, I like him. So we make our I like him. He's cute. His brother is I know Rader's he's good. I don't go to them. I feel yes, he deals with like I was 10 years ago. I just had been. But I don't want to so I generally
That summer fields grew high with foxglove stalks and ivy, wild apple blossoms everywhere, emerald green like none that I've seen, apart from dreams that escape me. There was no girl as warm as you. How I've learned to please, to doubt myself in need. You'll never know. That summer fields grew high. We made garland crowns in hiding, pulled stems of flowers from my hair, blew in the stream like none that I've seen, apart from dreams that escape me. There was no girl as bold as you. How I've learned to please, to doubt myself in need. You'll never know. Violets serene like none that I've seen, apart from dreams that escape me. There was no girl as warm as you. How I've learned to please, to doubt myself in need. You'll never know.
wild side, but deep down, for me, I'm really just a goody girl, trying to make the world a better place. The wildness is really just creativity, the joie de vivre, the spice of life. I mentioned I have a mentor. She's older and has had a similar life to mine. Now, I also have the pleasure and the honor of being a mentor to others. And that is a great joy. Thank you. So, for my mentees, I like to tell them, don't lose touch with your soul energy, your spirit fire. Make a happy list, things that make you happy, and just try to do them, from getting a cup of coffee with a friend or watching a silly show to making a phone call, writing a letter. For me, I like the Echo Park Swan Boats and the Griffith Park Observatory, or Alvera Street. I call this spirit fire. It's something that no one can take away from you. It's something that you know about and it keeps you alive. Once upon a time, I really thought I was in control of life and my life. I was the mom that was emailing her work team from the hospital bed. I'm going into labor. Just do XYZ, I'll talk to you in a few hours. I was nursing a baby on one boob and I had the other hand on a cell phone. I was running my business, I could type an email with one finger, and while I was rocking the baby to sleep. Life was full and fast and delicious. I remember going back to work just 2 days a week when my first daughter was born, and I got a breast pump so I could pump milk while I was at work. The other moms there showed me who the room was where you were supposed to pump. And they had provided it. It was really just a closet. And sometimes I was lucky, and I got to be in another classroom where there were teachers and we closed the doors. Sometimes there was an experienced veteran mom, and she knew exactly how to close the curtains and lock the doors just so. So I'd pump on my lunch hour while eating and returning phone calls. I did this with both children, and I loved it. Later, when my second child was about 13 months old, she would meet me at the door with the boppy, you know, the thing with the pillow that you would put the baby on. It's a U-shaped pillow for nursing. So she knew what was going on. Leaving them in the morning was hard. And it tore my heart out, but it was what I had to do. And it was all we knew, and we just got used to it. I discovered around that time that the breast pump also had a car feature. You could plug it into the cigarette lighter and pump in the car. On days when the closet was locked or it wasn't available. So then I discovered, much to my excitement, that you could pump while driving. Wow, what a great way to multitask. So I became pumping driver. Driving around LA, no traffic jam could stop me. I had my towel, my cord, my bottles. And then one day, I was getting really brave, maybe just careless. After several months, I looked up while pumping, bare chest, and no towel, and then I saw one of those double-decker tourist buses. Tourists all looked down at me with astonished faces, and I just kind of smiled and kept right on driving. See? Wild Goody.
This is for my mentees, my sponsees, and all the people that sometimes go home and see their family, and then they need a day to recover, and they get home. Button up that shirt you're supposed to wear. Don't forget forget your airline ticket or to brush your hair. Show that family that you care. Could you wear something that celebrates everything you love and maybe what your family hates? 'Cause that might be what it takes. That's your fire, that's your soul. You shouldn't have to go. That's your fire, that's your soul. You shouldn't have to go. First thing they say is take off your shoes. Then they'll say they want your story, but they get confused by all those words you use. A year ago your car ran off a cliff. You saw an angel in midair who said you'd live. Well, that's a story you can give. That's your fire, that's your soul. You shouldn't have to go. That's your fire, that's your soul. You shouldn't have to go. They say you're family, you belong to us. You can stay at home and have our love and trust. Well, any day now one of us could die. And if we make you suffer, don't you want to find out why? 'Cause we'd love to watch you try. With your fire, your soul, you shouldn't have to go. It's your fire, it's your soul. You shouldn't have to go. Then you'll fly home and get the flu. You'll keep staring at the ground. You always do when they get their time with you. You're not a punching bag, my dear. I think your darkest days should have some light this year. I think you should stay right here. With your fire, your soul, you shouldn't have to go. It's your fire, it's your soul. You shouldn't have to go. That's your fire, that's your soul. You shouldn't have to go. That's your fire, it's your fire, it's your fire, it's your fire, it's your fire.
Okay, so let's see here. You say you're Anna, the bubble therapist? Okay, I can't believe I was over to this. All right, so I just talk. All right. Well, it started when I got this student in my class, graduate studies. He's so articulate, so wise, it just seemed like such a shame that this person was a he. Never have I encountered a student that had so much potential in my field, such a bright light for humanity. Something in my thinking began to shift. So then a visiting professor came from France. I was asked, mandated really by my department, to co-teach this class with his colleague, this man. His name, Jacques Libre. Libre, get it free! Like my student, he's eloquent, he's educated, he's liberated. He listens to what I say. I've lost all control. I can't eat, I can't sleep. There's no going back now. We met. He's teaching me. And it all flows so easily. Give, take, back and forth. It feels easy. I've always maintained that a woman without a man is like a fish without a, what was it? Bicycle, a bicycle. I've lost every marble. Anna, you've got to help me. Now, before I lose my job and my name and my publishability. What do I want? It's not just that. It's also these two men are making me see the world differently. What if men actually serve a purpose? What if we women need them? Love them. Enjoy them. I've always been married to my work. I've been independent, self-sufficient. Still, I couldn't be them. What if there was more? What if a man could enhance my life? What? This? 30 minutes a day? Every day? Could this possibly help? I think I need practice. My feelings? What do you mean by that? Love? Who said anything about love? I know, I may have given that impression, but... All right. What have I got to lose? I'm not eating a Snoopy anyway. Now? Try. I'll work on it. Tranquility.
Yeah, there was a time I didn't like the love, I liked the climbers. I was no sister then, I was running out of time and one-liners. I was afraid, like you are, only too young to know the time. So I watched the way you take your fear and hoard the horizon. You point, you have a word for every woman you can lay your eyes on. Like you own them just because you bought the time. You turn to me, you say you hope I'm not threatened. Oh, I'm not that petty. As cool as I am, I thought you'd know this already. I will not be afraid of women. I will not be afraid of women. So we're at a club, watch the woman dance, and she is drunk, she is smiling, falling in a slow descending funk. And the whole bar is loud and proud and everybody's trying, yeah. You play the artist, saying, is it how she moves or how she looks? I say it's loneliness, suspended to our own like grappling hooks. And as long as she's got noise, she's fine. But I could teach her how I learned to dance when the music's ended. Oh, and that's not petty. As cool as I am, I thought you'd know this already. I will not be afraid of women. I will not be afraid of women. You tried to make me doubt, to make me guess, tried to make me feel like a little less. Oh, I liked you when your soul was bared. I thought you knew how to be scared. Now it's amazing what you did to make me stay. But truth is just like time, it catches up and it just keeps going. Oh, and so I'm leaving. You can find out how much better things can get. And if it helps, I'd say I feel a little worse than I did when we met. So when you find someone else, you can try again, might work next time. You look out of the kitchen window and you shake your head and say, if I could believe that stuff, I'd say that woman has a halo. And I look out and say, yeah, she's really blonde. And then I go outside to join the others. I am the others. Oh, and that's not easy. Don't know what you saw. I want somebody who sees me. I will not be afraid of women. I will not be afraid of women.
I am my father's daughter. My dad passed away, as many of you know, about 2 years ago now. And in his 12-year illness, I had a lot of time to work on the relationship with him and with my stepmother, to reflect on all the things he gave me, which were many. My father taught us, among other things, wilderness survival. He was prepared for anything.
slipper, duct tape, tissues, Band-Aids, a fresh pair of socks, moleskin for blisters, a wool hat, a Ziploc bag, and some Scotch tape. Just kidding. He made us do this. We thought he was crazy, but sure enough, when we were caught in a downpour at 3 p.m. the same day, and then a hailstorm within 15 more minutes, we were grateful to have our slippers and our clean, dry socks and our moleskin and our Band-Aids. He never had nor gave us the fancy, expensive gear. Simple was good enough. Less was more. Anything that needed mending could be fixed with a little thread or duct tape, and anything worth keeping was worth keeping for 15 years. Why buy a new pair of socks when the old ones are in good condition? And today, when I look at the big purse that I carry, people ask me, what could possibly be in there? I always laugh because I know that in a pinch, they'll be glad that I have the Scotch tape. And the nail clippers, the hairpins, the safety pins, the pen, the paper, the calculator, the rescue remedy, the article, the map. So when I got married and my husband told me he wanted to work overseas before we had kids, I was up for it. I was excited. We had gone to Mexico on a humanitarian trip once, and we went for 10 days. We brought wheelchairs to people who were living in developing countries and didn't have wheelchairs. We knew we wanted to make a difference in the world, and we'd do it in a more global way. Before we settled down into the trappings of American life and raising children. So we set out. In my usual way, I was prepared. I was over-prepared. I tried to think of everything. We were assigned a small grassroots non-governmental organization, NGO, to teach English in Venezuela. We got our immunizations, we got our travel documents, our insurance, we put everything in storage, we set aside our wedding rings, we got the cheap ones in the drugstore, we prepared our wills, we practiced our walking shoes, we got our itineraries, and we backed up our data. I pre-wrote my checks for my student loans, and my brother sent them off, and we even had cash squirreled away in little places. Somebody had told us it was squirrel town. So we got our plane from LA to New York, where we visited friends, and then a Greyhound bus took us down the coast to Miami. We visited friends along the way, and we flew to Caracas, Venezuela, where we boarded a small puddle jumper plane. Imagine my surprise when I heard an announcement in Spanish. We decided to deplane, and then we were actually instructed to get back on and sit down again. I turned to my husband, my new husband, and I said, I thought you spoke Spanish. I thought so too, he said. So I guess the plane had stopped for gas and filled up, and then we were supposed to get back on and keep going. We kept flying. This was the beginning of my realization that I was so far from knowing what was best for me or anyone else. And I was so far from being in control. I had no clue what to actually prepare for. After that, we landed in Valeras, our small city, to be greeted by our host, the director of the school, who informed us then that the police in the city were on strike. We weren't exactly sure what that meant or what it would mean for us, but we sensed that it wasn't good. When we got to our apartment, we discovered two things. One, our neighborhood was full of people banging pots and pans, conducting demonstrations or dance festival, and simple forms of protest against the current government led by Cesar Chavez. And then number two, we discovered that our beds were twin beds, we were newly married, so we pushed them together, make a double bed, and then the spring in one of them was loose. So immediately upon lying down on it, it broke, and we slept in a twin bed for an entire summer. Intending to stay a year, we had an amazing experience among the kind people of Valera. Despite this nightly noise of the pots and pans, the fact that the bus drivers went on strike then, and we often had to walk to work with a broken bed, it was fantastic overall. We co-taught a college class for young, excited scholars, and a class for young children, and an adult class for working professionals at leading English. We gave hands-on cooking lessons, we sang John Denver songs and Beatles songs on our guitars so they could learn English. And then the embassy was sending home all the non-essentials around Christmas time. And this had now become a national strike. So at this point we admitted that we were non-essential and that our jobs were indeed uncertain. It became clear to us that it was time to return to the States and begin our work in Los Angeles and start our family. But in the meantime, we had lost ourselves in the experience of service. It was absolutely nothing like what we had imagined. Nothing we Nothing in preparation could have readied us for a national strike. And yet, nothing could have prepared us for the kindness of the people, the beauty of the mountains, the joy of the singing, the tired, sweaty, happy feeling of collapsing into a single bed after a long, rewarding, and hot day of teaching. And so, we arrived at the ticket counter in Caracas to fly back to Miami. We had the pleasure of first seeing the beautiful mountains in the city of Merida, where we spent Christmas time with our new Venezuelan and Colombian friends. We were not sure that we'd be able to buy tickets to get out of Venezuela, because at this time there were daily shootings in Caracas. So many were fleeing. We got up to the airport counter in Caracas just as the ticket attendants were walking away. What was happening? They were going on strike. Panicked, we turned to look at each other, wondering what to do. Craig, my husband, stood in the first line. I went to the American Airlines counter to see about flying standby because my mom worked for American. Meanwhile, Craig made it to the front of his line. Ticket attendants miraculously returned a few moments later. The strike was over. We got on the plane and we made it safely to Miami and we found a hotel. We knew that we could have stayed in Venezuela and been fine. We were safe either way. Yet we were glad that we were among the familiar and the more predictable environment. We had learned so much and we had received so much more than we had been given. I will never forget that experience. In many ways, it prepared me for motherhood.
Can't keep it in, can't keep it in, I gotta let it out. I've gotta show the world's gotta see all the love that's in me. So why walk alone? Why worry when it's warm over here? You got so much to say what you mean what you think, and think anything. Oh, why must we waste our life away? You gotta live for today, then let it go. Oh, lover, I wanna spend this time with you. There's nothing I wouldn't do if you let me know. Oh, and I can't keep it in, can't. Oh, okay, let's stop. Hip hop. Can't keep it in, I gotta let it out. I gotta show the world's gotta know all the love that lies low. So why, oh why, no, keep it in, I gotta let it out. World's gotta know all the love that lies low. So why can't you say? If you know, then why can't you say? You got so much to see kills the light. Light has to shine light, love. That's the way to live your life. You allow too much to go by, and that won't do. No, lover, I wanna have you here by my side. Now don't you run, don't you hide. Oh, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Oh.
So excited. I bought the diapers, the changing table, the boppy, the sling. I took the birthing classes, nursing classes, and just like my Venezuela experience, nothing could have prepared me. Nothing. "37 hours in labor." And Nina, she was there. Ending in epidural after practicing prenatal yoga and committing to a natural child. Nothing could have prepared me for the harsh reality that everybody tells you you have to climb Mount Everest, but no one tells you that you then have to run a marathon. Nina told me that. And it never really ends. It just becomes your life. But it's a great marathon. Nothing could have prepared me for the peace of falling asleep with my newly fed baby in my arms and waking up to her smiles, or seeing her first steps and hearing her first cry and her first laugh. And when her friend came over and played peekaboo with her, we were astonished. We did not know that she could laugh. Nothing could have prepared me for the endless climb, the inexplicable tummy aches, the millions of colds, the frightening fevers, the scary seal cough. The first day of going back to work, the first time driving alone with her in the car, the first time bringing her to preschool, the first time witnessing another child being weaned on. Now my girls are 13 and 10, and we are in a sweet spot of motherhood. They can dress themselves, they can do their homework, feed themselves, and they can communicate with me and others clearly. They help me around the house, they have friends, they have interests of their own, and they surprise me and inspire me every single day. They teach me things about the internet, technology, how to post the best pics on Instagram. They show me new math methods. They are natives in this technological age. I am an immigrant. They regularly make me both angry and proud. Someone once told me that motherhood is like taking your heart out of your chest and then wearing it around outside of your body for the rest of your life. All the time. Yeah, it is like that. The toughest parts now for me are the emotional parts, trying to bring my highest self to my relationship with them and to speak to their highest selves. And doing it extremely imperfectly. But I try to be an example of hard work, strength, perseverance, kindness, and love. Toughest moments now are when they struggle with friendships or making decisions such as which high school to attend, how seriously to take their extracurriculars, what to say to a friend who puts them down in a sideways way on Snapchat. Life is complicated now, especially for girls, it seems, and in different ways, not so much the physical exertion of infants and toddlers, but more physically, more psychologically draining. I am grateful for the laughter, the tickles, the high fives, the shared memories, the games, the silly times, the beauty of seeing performances together, or encouraging them in their individual and team successes. I see life through their eyes now. I watch them wonder why adults do the things they do, or laugh at the delight of petting a sheep or a cat. I love when they get to show me the things that they love, or explain things to me from TV shows or museums, or tricks, or homework, or work habits. Though I wanted to get married and have children earlier than I did, I now see the benefits of the life that I lived and the long, single life that I had before meeting my husband. I can help them hopefully into adulthood with some of the lessons that I've learned. And I can, God willing, guide them to maybe not make some of the mistakes I made. We'll see. As a mom, I still struggle at times with my place as a mom among other moms. I'm a working mom. I'm a busy mom. I'm a mom who generally wants to drop the kids off and not stay for coffee. And vice versa. I don't really want them to stay. I mean, unless they're my really good friends. I love having time with my women friends and my mom friends, but they're few and far between. My priorities are my marriage and my kids and my work. And I don't have time for drama, and I like it that way. Overall, I guess my experiences in Venezuela really prepared me to expect the unexpected, to be more resilient, to flow with life, accepting the best that I can, seemingly good and seemingly bad. Who could ask for more lessons in motherhood than these?
go through, and I get to see my women friends and my male friends, and we get to do it together. Why is it that as we grow older and stronger, the road signs point us adrift and make us afraid, saying you never can win, watch your back, where's your husband? I don't like the signs that the sign makers made. So I'm gonna steal out with my paint and my brushes. I'll change the directions, I'll hit every street. It's the Tinseltown scandal, the Robin Hood vandal. She goes out and steals the King's English. And in the morning you wake up and the signs point to you. They say, I'm so glad that you finally made it here. You thought nobody cared, but I did, I could tell. And this is your year, and it always starts here. And oh, you're aging, oh, you're aging well. I knew a woman with a collection of sticks. She could fight back the hundreds of voices she heard. She could poke at the greed, she could fend off her need. And with anger she found she could pound every word. But one voice got through and caught her up by surprise. It said, don't hold us back, we're the story you tell. And no sooner than spoken, the spell had been broken, and the voices before her, trumpets and timpanis, violins, basses, and woodwinds and cellos, singing, we're so glad that you finally made it here. You thought nobody cared, but we did, we could tell. And now you'll dance through your days while the orchestra plays, and oh, you're aging well. I was 15, I knew it was over. The road to enchantment was not mine to take. 'Cause lower calf, upper arm should be half what they are. I was breaking the laws that the sign makers made. And all I could eat was the poisonous apple. And that's not a story, I was meant to survive. And I was all out of choices. But the woman of voices, she turned round the corner with music around her. She gave me the language that keeps me alive. She said, I'm so glad that you finally made it here. With the things you know now, only time can tell. Looking back, seeing far, landing right where you are. Oh, 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 you're aging, oh, oh, and I am aging, oh, oh, aren't we aging well?
You can stay for a while. It's your job on it. This one is a little bit more about this Parker child. So this character I told you about, let's see where she is. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the first year class. Not freshman class. Hello, and welcome to Gender and Society Level 1. Now, my name is Ms., not Miss, not Mrs. Libra! Madame Libra to you. And my husband, Monsieur Jacques Libra, will be co-teaching. And I do mean co-teaching. Watch how we flow, kiddos! Woo!
Go ahead, push your luck, find out how much love the world can hold. Once upon a time I had control and reined my soul in tight. Well, the whole truth is like the story of a wave unfurled, but I held the evil of the world, so I stopped the tide, froze it up from inside, and it felt like a winter machine that you go through, and then you catch your breath and winter starts again, and everyone else is spring bound. And when I chose to live, there was no joy, it's just a line I crossed. Wasn't worth the pain my death would have caused, so I was not lost or found. And if I was to sleep, I knew my family had more truth to tell. So I traveled down a whispering well to know myself through them. Growing up, my mom had a room full of books hid away in there. Her father raging down a spiral stair till he found someone, most days his son. And sometimes I think my father too was a refugee. I know they tried to keep their pain from me. They could not see what it was for. So now I'm sleeping fine. Sometimes the truth is like a second chance. I am the daughter of a great romance. They are the children of the war. Well, the sun rose, so many colors it nearly broke my heart. Worked me over like a work of art. I was a part of all that. So go ahead, push your luck. Say what it is you gotta say to me. We will push on into that mystery. It'll push right back. There are worse things than that. 'Cause for every price and every penance that I could think of, it's better to have fallen in love than never to have fallen at all. 'Cause when you live in a world, well, it gets into who you thought you'd be. Now I laugh at how the world changed me. I think life chose me after all.
This summer, my family and I took a trip to Europe. We planned and saved for 2 years, creating a Paris bank account and diligently putting away every dollar that we could. And by March, we had met our goal. Along the way, we purchased plane tickets, Paris passes, Eiffel Tower passes, adapters to charge our phones, and we left enough money in the account for spending money on food while we were there. So we planned a week in Paris and 4 days in Switzerland with our Swiss exchange family from when I was a kid. So we packed lightly, we bought a big backpack. My husband limited us to 1 carry-on and 1 backpack, no checked luggage. So miraculously, and not without a couple of arguments, I did that. And so we decided that it just would be an adventure. In my usual style, I got my work covered for 2 weeks. I got my teaching artist paid before I left. I got my admin person, my bookkeeper to cover the office. Some business changes came down the pike about a month before our departure. And when I realized this, and I crunched the numbers, and then I just had to let it go. For 2 weeks, we set out on this journey with my 3 favorite people, my husband, my children, and my mom coming in. Before we left, my blood pressure was a little high. I called my homeopath, we talked, I redoubled my efforts with the diet and meditation. I was back to normal before we left, so we took off. The apartment was an Airbnb that reminded my good friend Marie. It was fantastic. We had enough money in our Paris account, and we had an abundant spending plan. I got to take them to where I had studied 27 years ago. And my grandmother also took me there when I was 11. These memories shaped my life, and I wanted to impart these experiences to my children. What I was most struck by about the whole experience this summer was in my thinking. Before we left, all I could imagine was catastrophe. Plane would crash, we'd get us stuck somewhere, and one of us would do something that we didn't know was illegal, and then we'd get thrown in this rich jail, or one of us would be in the hospital, and somebody would sue me for something while I was gone, and my children would be sold on the black market. Finally, I started to feel like my life here in the States, I'm good. Okay, I don't need the adventure. I like my calm, cozy work. But it's gonna be awesome, people told me, and you're gonna have a great time. So my mentor also reminded me that whatever route I took in restructuring my business, it would be great either way. So she said, Paris is for you, it's for you. I didn't understand completely until I was there. I thought, I'm just going for them. I'll just show up. But what I took from that was ways to find it fun and beautiful for myself. My husband said, we're going to have a great time with millions of other people that do that. And so the amazing part, by being there and being in Switzerland, I discovered that I really was safe. I was provided for. The little colds that we got were no big deal. We saw the Louvre, Musée d'Orsay. Things were unpredictable and different, but it was okay. We saw Sacré-Cœur, the Montmartre, where we walked to the Arc de Triomphe. We went to the top, and the Eiffel Tower too. We walked all the little Saint-Louis and the lessons, and we got the best ice cream in Paris. We rode bikes. We had crepes. Every possible street corner. We sat by the Seine. We walked along the Seine. We hiked in the Alps. We were roaming free with goats and sheep. It was amazing. It was a dream come true. And guess what? No one got sick, no one died, no one went to jail, no one got sued, and no one had really any problems at all. The biggest hiccup was actually a joy. Due to the flight delays, we ended up spending the night in Reykjavik, Iceland, on our way home from Switzerland. And guess what? It was amazing. Beautiful people, breathtakingly gorgeous volcanic rock covered in moss. One of the best dinners I've ever had, courtesy of Delta Airlines. I felt like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz when she and her three friends arrived in the land of Oz and they just get pampered on the last leg of their journey. It was a miraculous bump in the road. We got home safely, and yes, we were a little tired, but we got back to work. I returned to my business and I'm making the changes I need to make, and I realized that we always have been safe. We have always been in the presence of people who are generally kind. Overall, the world is good, despite frequent appearances to the contrary. And I'm learning now, in July 2018, that negative thinking is just something that my brain does to protect me from the worst. And I'm writing my own history. History. It really is okay. And maybe my purse doesn't need to be so full all the time. At least I'm MacGyver. Maybe life is just precious, just the way it is. Each moment, each interaction provides a gift. To be opened and enjoyed. The present. It's a present. On some level, I think there are always so many problems in the world that we want to fix and make a difference. So many causes, but on another level, all is well. And by predicting and preventing and catastrophizing, I'm actually missing the gift. I'm actually bypassing the greatest thing of all, the gift of the people I love that are staring me right in the face. There is always going to be laundry, emails, phone calls to return, but there is a gift involved waiting for me to open it. And the universe is just sitting there, waiting for me to love myself. And you know what? It's really cool. I'm starting to.
world. Well, let's have our chair again, and then we'll talk a little bit. Let's do our job first. Me Got it? All right.
It only got up to 102 degrees.
Great job. Wow. That was like a meeting or last.
Honestly, I'm surprised that the boy was a feature about today. Oh, good. I love the 8 hour. It's done. I love it. Congratulations. So well.
And so I went to Alaska last week, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get back. And it's so amazing. What a small world. But of course you would. Of course she would be your friend. Oh my God. We brought a show to the center a few weeks ago. And then they're going to come and see us again. We got a bus and a date in September. It's all happening. So I'm involved still with the refugee a lot now. We're planning the game. Oh, that's right. August every year. Yeah. But it's, oh my gosh, it's so funny. I was like, oh, I was so blown away. I'm like, what? Very sure. That is hysterical. I know. I was talking to Amanda and Andrea when I was there in class, and I can barely get the words out because of what's going on right now. And Oh, so sweet. Okay, well, I will put them in the bank and give them to Metropolitan. I was going on, I was like, don't leave the box of money
You gotta bring it in, you know, I should have won that date, but I
Shoved it down your throat.
I did, but Maggie counted it, so that's
Okay.
Yeah.
Now they were just keep talking about it, and I said, you know, we
Yeah.
had fundraisers for the families, and I said, so this is designated for the Metropolitan. So he can,
Well, we're UCC. I mean, we're Mount Hollywood.
right, but
Okay.
she's involved with Metropolitan.